Hello, Personal Finance. Welcome to week one, and the assignment named the same thing. Hopefully you've got me in the corner of your screen and you've got your assignment in the rest of it. If not, we will re-record this thing, but let's get to it. What I'd like you to do this week is three things. First and foremost, it's a Monday, and even though there's something crazy going on, this is going to become normal, so finance trackers is on the agenda. That one's easy. Just get that done. If you want to send me a screenshot, great. Otherwise, I can sneak into your Google Sheets and take a look myself. It may change in the coming weeks on how I ask you to report that, but for this week, just make sure you do it. Week two is this guy. We left off in the middle of our extreme ownership workshop, and we are going to resume that. And in fact, this video is going to be a little bit longer than some of them that we do. This one, I'm going to try and keep it under 10 minutes here. I think we will. So fingers crossed. But we are going to go through the rest of those extreme ownership lessons. And I think let's just jump right to that. If you click the link that I've included here, it's the same one on the workshop assignment, you will come back to this web page. And we all left off after believe. So we're going to go to number 4. Here's how this will go down. I'm going to give you a brief overview of each. I'm going to ask you to read the section on your own time. Obviously, me just reading it out loud over a video is pretty tedious, so we won't be doing that. I'll just give you what I know, read it yourself, and then you will need to record your insights and your lessons from each of these lessons on that worksheet that I gave you, or conveniently, you can use the digital worksheet. So if you notice in the instructions, it says snap a picture of your worksheet, so the one you had in class, or post a typed document of the same. If you're looking for that typed document, just go to the Extreme Ownership Workshop assignment, named exactly that, and check it out. There you go. The document's waiting for you. Without further ado, let's get to it. Beware of your ego. On your sheet, I believe that says, be humble. Get humble or you will be humble. Meaning, make sure you are checking yourself before a situation causes you to check yourself, before you wreck yourself, right? And I think I've told you all how important these lessons are to me. I wanted to prove to you that I look at them every day. So that one is actually up on my bathroom mirror. There's a shot of me moments ago in the same jacket. I've taken a picture of it to prove it to you. And hopefully you can tell by the warped sticky note and the dirty mirror that it's been there for a while. It's definitely a guiding principle for me. We're going to move right along. Cover and move. This one, I like it. It is a neat segue between the principles of maneuver warfare and then what you can do in your personal or professional life or academic life. So the idea is you have people who know their role and who will make sure that they are taking care of something while you take care of something else. Not so much make sure you stay in your lane, not so much make sure you only do your part or trying to get after somebody to do their part. Rather, this is about, can I free you up to do more good things with your time by making sure that I'm taking care of what I'm responsible for? So I'll cover this while you move on to do something good. Simple, not easy. Best one. Might be the best one of this whole thing. There are so many ways you could go into this one. I'll keep it simple. Do not make giant, complicated plans that hinge on everything going right. Have you ever done that? And that is not a rhetorical question. If you email me back and you're like, yeah, here's the time that I did. Cool. I have done that before to great failure and only once or twice great success. Ask me about the sand volleyball tournament in college once. That was, wow. The things that are worth pursuing are often not easy, but you can make them simple. To make something unnecessarily complex, you do yourself a disservice. If you keep your objectives, your checklist, even nice and simple, yeah, you're bound to go a lot further with it. And good grief, it's so much easier to translate to others. In fact, that's something that I weigh every single time I put an assignment up for you all. So this one, it's got a 1, a 2, and a 3. And each of those, updating your tracker, it might take you a few minutes. So it might not be easy, but it is simple. Same thing with this, reading through a document. It may take you a little bit, but it is simple. And of course, prioritizing, which we'll get to in a little bit. That's pretty key. Setting up priorities and acting on them. Okay, prioritize and execute. Just what it sounds like. Do not allow analysis paralysis. I'm going to say that one again. Do not allow analysis paralysis. Boy, have I been guilty of that one before. That is when you believe that you can figure it out, so you spend too much time figuring it out. Or you think and you think and you think and think and you don't do. All you need to do is set up a list of priorities, and if you're wrong, try to not do too much damage, but it is better to act on what you believe is right than spend so much time worrying that it is right that you don't even do a good thing, let alone the best thing. Decentralizing command. Awesome. This lesson is it's basically the opposite of micromanaging. And it is really, really cool when done right. I've been fortunate enough to work in a couple of places that do this well, including Gothenburg Public Schools. You think about it. Each teacher is invested, I think is the word I'm looking for, with the authority, I suppose, in their own classroom. The freedom to make their own decisions. They're trusted with that responsibility. So chain of command, yes. I report to Mr. Riker, he reports to Dr. Rhodes, he reports to the board, etc. There is a chain. But Mr. Riker doesn't decide everything in the classroom, nor does Dr. Rhodes, nor does the board, etc. There is trust spread out, and each person is responsible for and trusted with their portion. One more note on this. To do this in a team, whether or not you are in the role that says leader on it, if you exhibit this leadership characteristic, you are going to inspire a lot of trust and a lot of confidence in your team. All right, plan. That was pretty obvious. So, in simple, not easy, I told you don't make a huge checklist. And, okay, don't. If you can at all help it, sometimes you got to make a good plan. Sometimes you put your planner together, you get the steps in a row, you put a document together. Awesome, do all of that. Remember, no plan survives contact with the enemy. So you may have had the best plan ever created. Don't expect it to stay exactly the same when you put it out in the real world. Test if you can. Yes. Make backups if you can. Yes. But just adapt. Be willing to adapt. So do your best to plan ahead. When the situation hits, get flexible. Lead downwards and upwards. Awesome. Okay, leading downwards. I think this is the thing that we all understand very, very easily. I even talked about the chain of command already in this video. That would be very much leading downwards. Leading upwards, can your actions inspire different behavior or leadership or ideas or considerations from the people who are above you in the chain? Indecision and uncertainty. Okay, sorry, I had to cheat and go back to the document. Sorry about that awkward pause. This is the aggression mitigates risk. Okay. The longer you wait to make a decision, the bigger the chance is that an opposing force will win. Not everything's competition. In fact, I don't know that all that much is a competition proportionally when you look at life. But even so, if you are worried about the risk of something, of taking a chance, and it stops you from moving forward, that's a pattern you need to break. Get aggressive, get after it. And discipline equals freedom. Oh man, this is key. If you can put this one in your mind and your heart and what you do, even more than any other lesson on here, I think you'll have won the fight with this workshop. What you do every moment of every day, and yes, you'll slip up, right? But every moment of every day is who you are. So, if you want to be a great person, whatever that means, you need to instill yourself with this self-discipline to do great things over and over and over and over and over. They have to be habits. They have to be your first, your middle, and your last thought. Self-discipline is simple but not easy. I think that's perfect for this. Starting by making your bed in the morning, making sure you're kind to others, doing a push-up or two throughout the day, working before you play. Every single one of those little things that your mom told you to do as you're growing up, or you saw your grandparents do, or that person that you see in a successful position who seems like a good person. Those things are worth your time, that discipline. So the freedom. We keep track of our finances every week in this class. That is a self-discipline. And okay, yes, I'm helping you form that habit, right? So it's an enforced discipline that I am hoping becomes a self-discipline. The freedom that comes with that, you will not have to worry about your finances. How about the self-discipline of getting something done early? The freedom that comes from that, more free time after. More peace of mind when you come to the actual event. This one is key in my mind. There's so much else I could tangle up with it. I won't right now because I think I know I've already gone over my 10-minute time limit. So I apologize for going a little long, but thank you for walking through those lessons with me. And let's finish with one more thing. On your assignment, you will notice number 3 is asking you to prioritize one of the lessons and to make it your goal. And I mean your goal for this week. Tell about it here. If you go to this link, you will end up at Flipgrid in our extreme ownership topic. All you have to do is hit record a response, and you'll have the option to upload an image or some writing that you did, whatever. If you want to do a video, I would really like that. I'm going to put one here just after this video as a sample for all of you, and it is going to be me stating which one of these lessons is my goal, how I'm going to plan to practice it throughout the week. In the meantime, take care, be well, thank you for your work, and thanks for your attention. Catch you later.